What's up, everyone? It's Books&Looks TV. Today I'm going to be talking about colorism, the baby mama trope, and just the overall recklessness of Chrisean Rock. First, I'm going to discuss how light-skin privilege and pretty privilege benefits Chrisean. Secondly, I'm going to address the baby mama trope in popular media and how colorism makes people pick and choose who they forgive and don't forgive. An example I'm going to use is how people treated Summer Walker compared to Chrisean. Then I'm going to do a public opinion piece, and then I'm going to conclude. So my first point is that Chrisean has pretty and light skin privilege. Pretty privilege is a sociological concept that refers to the social, economic, and cultural advantages that people who are conventionally attractive have over people who are not conventionally attractive. This privilege is rooted in the belief that physical attractiveness is a desirable trait, and that people who are conventionally attractive are more likely to be successful in life. And next, I'm going to discuss what light skin privilege means. Margaret Hunter defines light skin privilege as the unequal distribution of social, economic, and cultural advantages based on skin tone within racial and ethnic groups. Chrisean has both. Unfortunately, Chrisean's relatability of dysfunction and hood rat-ish, to be frank, makes her admirable to many other women, especially younger women. Her pretty privilege allots her beauty capital and forgiveness whenever she does anything wrong. Chrisean's light skin and pretty privilege pretty much has people forgive or overlook her extremely horrible bad record or even criminal record. So Chrisean has a personality or habit of talking to people crazy, fighting, damaging property, speaking on abortion like it's a casualty, and candidly fighting the family of her baby daddy, sex on IG Live, intimidating anyone wanting to correct or speak on her behalf, drug trafficking while pregnant, according to Oklahoma state law, casually wearing a pop-out tooth. She really can't sing or rap and relies heavily on auto-tune. This has a habit of substance abuse and again fighting while pregnant, so endangering her infant per se. Chrisean's pretty privilege and bad personality has led her in public spaces on reality TV shows where she gets to use her pretty privilege to gain beauty capital. And again, a lot of people say, oh, well, she can fight, or again, she comes from hard places like many other black women. But to me, it's really sad that a lot of people accept her as a face for many young black women just because she's pretty and can fight. It's like, are we just accepting the minimum criteria of what is black womanhood? It seems like it is to me. In 2022, Chrisean Rock was arrested for criminal trespassing in Phoenix, Arizona. That year, Chrisean was seen attacking Blueface on a Hollywood sidewalk before his security intervenes and pins her to the ground. She also was arrested for punching Blueface in the face. She claims that Blueface struck her, but later recants her statement, which a lot of people, again, were empathetic towards her, which you should be in a sense towards any victim. But again, when Chrisean just goes back and forth with a toxic relationship, it's kind of like hard to sympathize her, but her fans simply think she can do no wrong. This year, Chrisean Rock announced that she was pregnant with Blueface's child, but Blueface denied that he was the father and demanded a paternity test. Chrisean Rock was arrested for domestic violence this year after allegedly biting and spitting on Blueface. So my second point is the baby mama trope. The baby mama trope is a common stereotype in popular culture that depicts a single mother who is not married to the father of her child. The trope is often used to portray women as being promiscuous, irresponsible, and materialistic. It can also be used to reinforce negative stereotypes about black women. Chrisean Rock is one of the similar reality TV stars' girlfriends who got knocked up by a rapper, and at this point, Blueface is a D-list rapper. But again, a lot of those women, they don't see anything wrong with it because they see it as like a meal ticket or to remain relevant. And again, I'm just wondering, if people are doing the minimum to remain relevant, like not valuing a child, what does it say about the state of our children? And then my third point is going to talk about how colorism benefits Sean and how people are often biased when it comes to like who is seen as an acceptable baby mother or who can make mistakes in motherhood. And so I noticed that Summer Walker and Chrisean kind of were doing the same things, except Summer Walker wasn't wilding out as much. And I think honestly that people wouldn't forgive Summer Walker if she acted to the extent that John did. Just the fact Summer Walker being a darker skinned woman, she got dragged when they both were doing similar things. My first point in this is how they both dressed while they were pregnant.
Y'all, tell me why the comments is going in on Summer Walker. I'm sitting here like, what in the world? A pregnant lady can't be a pregnant lady? I know y'all gonna let this lady be happy and pregnant. She looks so happy in the face too.
A lot of people noted that they did wear revealing things. Often when Summer Walker wore it, she was seen as ghetto and not having any respect for her child. Where a lot of people were saying, oh, Chrisean is so cute while she's pregnant. She was wearing like some of the similar things. She was even at the BET Awards turning up with Sexy Red. And I'm not saying you can't have fun. But again, it just shows that people really overlook accept certain things from people who have lighter skin. Another example of how people treated a darker skinned black woman compared to Chrisean Rock is the way that Summer Walker was criticized, stating she would feed her infant baby food. Summer Walker does seem like someone who's anti-formula, but at the same time, she didn't know that you can't feed your children things like honey, etc. And the internet dragged her from the North Pole to the South Pole, and they also criticized her baby for being tiny. Now, Chrisean has been seen on multiple occasions not holding her own baby right and taking the baby any and everywhere but home. But she gets the excuse of, oh, she's a new mother, she will figure it out. And I wouldn't really tell Summer Walker that. We're just like, oh, you stupid, you were talking about other people's baby mama and look where you are. But her point in this is the fact that two black women offer support freely to Chrisean, Keke Palmer, and Tamika Mallory. When it came to Summer Walker, she had to hire Erica to help her, which of course, that's in her right to hire somebody, but no one really offered Summer Walker help when she was so-called struggling or not feeding her baby right or doing quote-unquote outlandish things on Instagram Live. Just to have the opportunities to be rich, first of all, and still have black rich women say, oh, I'll help you. It just seems like that's a lot of privilege in itself. And also, I'm not going to forget the fact that both Summer Walker and Chrisean got knocked up by rapper, but again, it's always, when it comes to Chrisean, it's just like, oh no, he's manipulating her. But when it comes to London, it's just like, oh, well, you saw what he was doing to other baby mamas, that's your fault. But don't Blue have like other baby mamas and other babies? And it's always like Chrisean can do no wrong. So again, both were young and dumb. I know there's always an excuse. Why was Summer dragged more than Chrisean for being so? The third point is public opinion. His friend says that Chrisean has a fat face but slim body, which gives her a youthful look and makes people attracted to her in a sense. Ironically, someone on the internet posted something similar. Say, y'all know that it's real science behind pretty privilege. It's called the halo effect. People are more likely to assign desired personality traits to attractive people. Youthful features are usually associated with innocence, as people are more likely to associate favorable qualities those with youthful, baby-like features than those who look older. A good current example of the halo effect is Chrisean. She has very youthful features, which definitely plays a role in people perceiving her as innocent, attributing good qualities to her, even when her actions say the complete opposite. Yeah, pretty privilege is very much real. I hope y'all enjoyed my psych nerd commentary. Someone else says, y'all made Chrisean feel privileged and the B don't even know how to hold a baby. Someone else says, the way people bash in Blueface for not being at the birth are killing me. I really don't know how this works. Chrisean did not have a planned birth, so how the hell would he get there in time for Miami and she's in Baltimore? Private jets have a schedule unless you own it. It's booking y'all. She pushed that baby out fast. Baby show up on God's time, not ours. He'd have to have been by her side from last month for this to be possible, and he's currently with his first family. He took the risk getting pregnant and thinking she was the one. All are just young, for real. 2, she did not want him there, and low-key tormenting Jaden about having her man the whole time she was pregnant. No one cared, but she's not famous. I'll just body and face shame her all day. For what exactly? Because you like rock? A person you never met and probably never will. Side note, I've seen them both in person, and they are beautiful. Not in my opinion matters. Fame is a hell of a drug, and folks are smoking. I'm mad about the pics he posted, and I get it, I guess. Anyways, congratulations, Chrisean.
Cause like I got back from Walmart and it's like I think my postpartum depression is kicking in, cause it's like I did not know you had to do all of that with a baby. Like I gotta take the baby, I gotta feed it. Who knew you had to take it everywhere? Who knew babies breathe and stuff? Like this is it's too much.
My nerves are shaking, and I'm sure your nerves are too. The entire past couple of days, we've been dealing with Chrisean Rock and her baby daddy, Blueface, and the new baby. Pray for Chrisean Jr. There's a lot to this story. I'm not even going to change frames. I'm just going to talk about it. Okay, here's what happened, y'all. So, see? Same frame. Okay, here's what happened. So, Chrisean said a month ago that she did not want Blueface at the birthing, right? She said it on live. My girl does everything on live. I respect it. That's what she do. She said that on live. So they have that as evidence. She did not allow him in said birthing room, right? But then she proceeded to go back and forth with him via text, via Twitter, via live, via every social media platform known to man, and said that I wanted him to be there. Why didn't you show up? You were 2 hours away. And then the rest of the incriminating evidence went forward. Okay, so now, next frame. Now, right before this, what really ignited the hullabaloo was Chrisean had the baby. She did it on live. I watched it, loved it, cried with her, literally felt like I was a prayer warrior in the room. Then in her own home gym, she posted her bounce back, her stomach, taking off her cloth and her diaper, showing my body is bouncing back, I'm going to be working out. Then Blueface proceeded to start threatening her, saying he's going to take the baby away. You in the gym, you got 1 million people holding my son, just trying to make it seem like she's a bad mother, antagonizing her. He definitely was antagonizing, gaslighting her. He's talking stuff, but what he's trying to do is he's trying to build a case because I told my friends. See, here's the thing. I don't like to talk about them online because my stress levels, but I talk to my friends about them sometimes, and I just said he's going to try to get custody of that baby. He is. He's going to tally up all the antics, antagonize more antics, and get the upper hand because he's calculated like that. Most of Blueface's moves seem like they're usually a little bit calculated. There was also some major hullabaloo about the naming of the baby. She named the baby Chrisean Malone directly after herself, right? But that also goes back to the fact that he was not in the delivery room. She said on a different live, I did not name the baby Jonathan Jr. because you were not physically, technically there, okay? So he's mentioning her saying, you knew where I was going to be. You did not tell me you were going to Baltimore to have the baby. You just snuck and did it. But what Chrisean had to do was she had to find a hospital that would cooperate with her recording the birthing because of HIPAA laws. The HIPAA laws, and also, why would she not want to go back to her hometown, have her baby where she was birthed? I would. You know what I mean? I would want my baby to be from my hometown. We could share that connect, bond, and experience. But it's all the lies. The lies are getting our girl in trouble because the lies are her telling herself. Oh, I don't want weird energy in my delivery room. Oh, you should have been there. The baby's name would have been Jonathan. And it just makes it look like, sister, you don't know what you want to do, who you want to do it with, what time you want to do it. You're just going off all emotion. But to wrap this video up, I'm going to tell y'all all of what this is, or what I think it is. Okay, so I think this is a situation where Chrisean got with this man when he already had a bottom bitch. He already had a main bitch. He already had somebody that was in that spot. She being more beautiful, more talented, more everything than Jade and Alexis. She said, I could be better than your baddest bitch. I could be more loyal. I could be more down. Has she ever tatted your face on her face? Has she ever shown this much dedication and loyalty to you? And Blueface being the alpha male, the narcissist that he is, that bowing down is what turned him on. But then he also fell in love with her. They got a lot of things in common. And you're going to fall in love with somebody that's love bombing you. She love bombed the mess out of him. She also was coming from a situation where she was rescued by him. So it was love bombing in the sense of the term, but you also, gave love that was real. This person, right, rescued you. She did not have a big career until Blueface said, "This is my main bitch. This is who I'm going for." Even though the star was in her, that is just the truth, okay? I wouldn't have known about none of this if I didn't hear Tatiana first. It is what it is. But in this situation, Chrisean wanted to be in Jaden Alexis' spot. The spot was already taken. She had the spot opened up to her. She did not perform in the spot like Jaden Alexis was going to perform in the spot because she did not know that man as long as Jaden Alexis knew that man. They've been together. They probably lost each other's virginities. That's how long they've been together. They went to prom together. She got more skin in the game. She know how to move deeper than you gonna know how to move when it comes to dealing with him. You try to take somebody's dude. You couldn't take the dude. The dude went back to his original source. And now we're mad because we can't be a big happy family. It was never giving that. Now, do I want the best for her? Am I praying over her? Yes. I want Chrisean to have the biggest career in the world. But it is what it is.
But to just prove a point, I feel like with Chrisean Rock, she just always felt like she needed to prove a point. And you ain't got to prove a point. You got your own fan base. You know what I mean? You got your own motion going. You ain't got to keep proving points. You know, we seen you whoop a couple bitches' ass. We know you got hands. We seen you lift weights. All this shit. Chill now. Chill. You got the fame. Just chill.
Yeah, I'll be pregnant in the next, 6 months. Beware. Hold on, when do you get off this break? 6 weeks?
6 weeks, yeah, but
yeah, I'm getting pregnant 6 weeks.
Now I'm going to get to my conclusion. The fact that Chrisean Rock around with a missing tooth still glorified is intriguing. He was birthed by a whole gangster, low-value rapper, and over 400,000 people still watch out of amusement or interest. If you really want to keep it a book, me and Bobby Brown, both extremely talented, got dragged for far less and actually cared about their child and were reality stars and brown skin. Be honest and say that both Chrisean and Blue are toxic and both get excused for ish they do more than they deserve. People say Blue has pretty privilege. He may be as far as gender. He depicts the ain't-ish stereotype that so many women love. So I learned in school was 2 negatives make a positive, and I really think the baby is a positive out of this situation and an innocent factor. Overall, people with pretty privilege need to understand that life does come with consequences and suffering at times. If the society wasn't so vain, it wouldn't coddle the two from this. A lot of women are saying they don't want kids. Please stay that way if you're going to act like this. Not even having sex on IG Live and then crying that Blue ex a 5-year-old about his sexuality and knocked her out numerous times. Is him to be a good father? We expect for Chrisean to just wake up and miraculously be a good mother because she had a child is as ludicrous as Elmo going to the moon. Want to be a better person, you just simply want to be a better person. Adding conditions onto who can be seen as good and who can't when they don't behave that way. Expecting people who live on the internet to not place children on the internet. That's who they are, and if you wanted better for them, you wouldn't constantly make excuses because you like them. There was a time where people would check people and no one was above approach. But it's like the age we live in. Everybody is so sensitive and politically correct that they don't want to hear people hold them accountable. These are my thoughts, and my thoughts are my own. Let me know what you think down below, and thank you for listening to Books and Looks TV.